Here in Morocco, argan oil is becoming big business. The woman whose research paper uncovered its riches takes us to a village in the heart of argan oil country, to a cooperative she helped found and she still supports, called Tatmatin. Lying in southwestern Morocco, underneath the Atlas Mountains, 100 kilometers inland from the Atlantic coast. She founded this organization a dozen years ago, the first women's argan oil cooperative in the country, greatly empowering the local women who work here. So what do we see in here?
Here's the first step.
Professor Sharuf takes me through the process, from stripping the fruit away from the nut by means of a very noisy machine, to a room full of women rhythmically tapping. Oh, wow. So tell me, what's happening in here?
Here, the women are cracking the nut. It's the only step which is not mechanized, so it gives work to them.
And how many women here do you employ now?
Now there is 62 women.
And this is a time-honored Moroccan tradition.
Yes, it's traditionally the woman who extracts the oil is making this step by hand with stone, and perhaps there will be a machine next year, I don't know.
But this requires skill, because if you crack the nut too much, you won't be able to extract the argan oil.
We know exactly how to do it. For instance, this is two type of nut. In this one there is only one seed, but in this one there is two. And when they take the nut, they know already which one is there is one or two.
So it depends on the, you can kind of see the seams
exactly
in the nut,
yes,
so they know exactly how to crack it open.
Yes, exactly. This one, for instance. Perhaps in this one there is three, but they have a know-how. They know how to do it. That's why there is not a machine yet for that, because it depends on the nut.
And how long have these women worked for you?
We have started the cooperative from 2002.
Wow, so some women have been with you for 12 years.
Yes, and at the beginning there is only 20 women, and now there is more than 60.
Wow.
And there are another women who are waiting for to work in this cooperative.
Wow, wow.
Yes, it gives a job for all these women.
Once the nuts have been released from their shells, they're sorted, roasted, and to the extraction room. So this is the cosmetic side. I'm wondering how much of the cooperative's efforts go towards argan oil for food, how much of it goes towards cosmetics?
It's quite 50% for culinary and 50% for cosmetic.
And so the seeds here are getting pressed. I can see the oil is dripping out there. Historically, women would extract the oil by hand. Now the process is mechanized, but this has allowed the industry to grow and provided much needed employment to the local population.
At the beginning, the challenge is really to involve the women. It was, they have never worked outside of the house. So at the beginning, it's just the woman, divorces women and widows. That's the only women who accept to work with us. When we start the first one, because culturally it makes no sense that she go outside the house and she works.
You're saying culturally speaking, it's almost frowned upon for a woman who is married at home to say, I'm leaving the house to earn my own living.
Yes, she can't do that.
In Morocco, that's not.
No, here in this area.
In this area specifically.
Where there is argan tree, it's not typical. They can't do that. This was the first problem. The second, if we want to make this project, it needs funding, and they don't get at the beginning. I haven't enough funding. We don't have any money from the authority of Morocco.
So in the beginning, it was actually foreign countries
who are
giving you your
founding,
start.
yes, they have IDRC in Canada, they have founded our project, but actually the government are funding many projects for this cooperative. It's quite different. Yeah. And then when we, the other challenge is that we don't find anything here in Morocco. We don't have an expeller, for instance. The machine you have seen to extract the oil. So we have to import it. It's very difficult to import it.
That's incredible. Piece by piece.
Piece by piece.
You've had to build this over time.
Yeah.
Was it your research, all the things you had worked so hard for, which convinced people?
Yes.
We need to protect this tree.
Yes, because the main goal of this project is to preserve the trees. Main goal. And we have shown that, we have seen that, we have started the cooperative in 1996, and then we have been selling the argan oil, and then when you compare between 2001 and 2010, we have 100 times. We have planted argan tree 100 times more in 2010 than in 2001. That means that the population see that the argan tree is very important, and they are planting themselves.
Next, Professor Sharouf explains some of the benefits of this wonder oil.